You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Dimitri's Descent by Chris Hoppenbrowers, read by The Raw Geek. Dimitri stared out into the pitch-black darkness outside of his bedroom window. It felt unnatural to be here, in this place, so far away from home. With some regret, he thought back to the day he volunteered for a top-secret project at an undisclosed location. When he had first heard those words, undisclosed location, he had assumed the location would be somewhere on Earth. Instead, he now found himself on the far side of the moon. Dr. Dimitri Sheffield, an expert in the field of archaeology, hadn't had a breath of fresh air in 8 months. This, combined with the moon's low gravity, a lack of sunlight, the station's depressing food pastes, and the project's mounting work pressure, had gone so far to affect his physical appearance. He had even started to avoid mirrors, in fear of catching a glimpse of himself, a pale, gaunt carcass of a man, more akin to a ghost than any living being. But the work kept him going. It had to. Dimitri kept reminding the others, and himself, that they were writing history here. Unimaginable discoveries had been made these last few months. Discoveries he had never dared dream of, much less be a part of. When he and the other scientists first arrived here, their excitement had been almost
Do we really have to? Is that what he calls it? I'm not sure what we have, Sam, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have it. Being with Zach is no paradise, I can tell you. It's like his reproductive genes rule every decision he makes. I just want someone who will hold the door open for me, bring me tea in bed.
seemed to go on for several kilometers into the ground. Its edges were most unusual in that they were astonishingly smooth down to a molecular level. Indeed...
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Dawn of the first man. This was one of the few things they had been able to ascertain about their mystifying discovery, and the 4 scientists. The plan, then, was to send more probes down the hole in order to determine...
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention the rota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was the Rota Shaw. I bet he is. It was that thing I told you about Dorota. I mean, I didn't know it was her then. He wanted to show me these explicit photos of her, but I refused. And that's when he told me about her being alone on Mondays. I wonder who else he told that to. Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travellers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
$500, $600, $700. Nearing the end.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
After plummeting what was probably a few hundred meters more, he jerked to a sudden halt.
Shared.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Alright, let's have some light, he said as he turned on the... Dimitri slowly rotated it on the rope to inspect all sides of the tunnel. Only now did it occur to him. If he got stuck somehow, there was no way for anyone to help him out. He desperately tried to dismiss the thought and focus on his work. Not much to see here, just more There's some scratches here. Did I do that just now? It appears to be some sort of writing. Dr. Yutani, if you're hearing this, prepare to make history. You're going to have a field day with this.
I'm Zach Weston, just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
On a piece of paper. I'll make a copy of the etchings for you, Dr. Yutani. And proceeded to rub it with the pencil, copying all of the... It wasn't easy to find some of the small markings in the pitch-black darkness, so the work was tedious and fiddly. Yet quality to it. It managed to chase away the silence and took his mind off the endless depth. When Dimitri was done with his task, he'd gotten so used to the sound of the scratching pencil that it still lingered in his... It wasn't in his head, and it wasn't scratching. There were whispers. Overcome by a sudden and severe dread, Dimitri frantically jerked on the rope.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
So 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Ellis Monroe.
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long. Only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show. After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just going to chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back. This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy. Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing. Oscar, yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be. That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker? It was her mom's. She was saving it in case she ever got married. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend. He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine. That sounds reassuring. I hope it's not just words, Sam. You've kind of just asked about Dorota since you got here. Sam, you forgot your phone.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Get out now before I call the police!
Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
It says you're lying about your alibi.
Well, I suppose it has a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Bron, what are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you do about Ellis?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think.
The few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to them?
If we lock up the killer until Mercury tells us Ellis is safe, that could work. But who is the killer?
Ellis. Zach. Violet. Oscar. Sam. Chief Dupont. Rain. Violet. Rain. Sam. Oscar. Violet. Chief Dupont. Sam. Oscar. Violet.
I can believe that. Maybe we should tie her up.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion. I need to talk.
What have you been doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been doing?
You are so irritating.
Want to fool around?
Is that really all you think about? It's starting to look like August has a serial killer targeting redheads. Look at my hair, Zach. Does this look red to you?
Hi, I'm Chief Dupont.
Claude?
Violet, there's been a UFO sighted on a night that you can't remember.
Shh! Claude, I told you never to speak about this. Wait. So you think it's real?
I need you to tell Sam what happened.
Help what? Me? I'll think about it.
Chief, what a surprise to see you. Again.
Why didn't you
I told you Dorota was first. And that didn't turn out very well, did it? Let's hope Sam does a better job than you did.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name? I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. You want to know a secret? Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.